Basketball is more than just a sport. It's a theater of passion, where rivalries forge unforgettable stories. The NBA has witnessed some of the most iconic clashes, not just on the court, but through fiery personal rivalries that transcend the game. Let's dive into some of these intense battles. Michael Jordan versus Isaiah Thomas, a legacy of resentment.
Are you saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
I would pick LeBron James.
One of the most storied rivalries in NBA history is between Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas. During the late 1980s and early 1990s, their respective teams, the Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons, were locked in fierce battles, often culminating in physical, high-stakes playoff series. The Pistons, known as the Bad Boys, introduced the infamous Jordan rules, a defensive strategy aimed at limiting Jordan's scoring through aggressive and often borderline violent tactics. Jordan, the ultimate competitor, despised the Pistons for their dirty play, but his animosity toward Isaiah Thomas was personal. In 1991, when the Bulls finally overcame the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, sweeping them in 4 games, the Pistons didn't shake hands with their opponents. Thomas led the walkout, and Jordan never forgot the perceived slight.
They're cheering for the Bulls, but I think the greeting is for the Pistons as they are headed off as time runs down. Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. Now a timeout was called. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9, 10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left. That's a three-pointer.
The rivalry reached a new level during the assembly of the 1992 Olympic Dream Team. Thomas was conspicuously left off the roster, and while many speculated that Jordan had used his influence to exclude him, Jordan always denied it. Decades later, Jordan openly admitted, "I hated Isaiah then, and I hate him now." This rivalry not only defined an era of basketball, but also revealed how personal pride and grudges could shape the NBA's greatest stories. Shaquille O'Neal versus Dwight Howard, the Superman standoff. In one of the NBA's most unusual rivalries, Shaquille O'Neal and Dwight Howard clashed over the nickname Superman. Shaq embraced the Superman persona early in his career, adorning himself with tattoos, themed cars, and memorabilia. It was more than just a nickname, it was part of his identity. Then Dwight Howard came along, following in Shaq's footsteps as a dominant big man for the Orlando Magic. During the 2008 Slam Dunk Contest, Dwight donned a Superman cape, instantly linking himself to the name. Shaq didn't take kindly to this, viewing it as an attempt to steal his legacy. What started as a playful rivalry turned bitter, with Shaq publicly dismissing Dwight's abilities and criticizing his accomplishments.
Superman is in the building!
I'm just saying, if all you gotta do is win a dunk contest to be called Superman, don't call me that no more. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, we don't call you Superman anymore. But I'm just saying. Don't call me that.
I said before, you will get devoured. But don't you ever call me Dwight Howard.
Dwight, for his part, found the feud absurd but leaned into the Superman identity, fueling Shaq's disdain. The tension continued for years, with Shaq trolling Dwight during broadcasts and releasing a diss track. Even when Dwight won his first championship with the Lakers in 2020, Shaq dismissed it as insignificant, reigniting the feud. The Superman rivalry remains one of the strangest and most personal clashes in NBA history, showcasing how even a nickname can spark intense animosity. Damian Lillard versus Paul George and Patrick Beverley, taunting gone too far. Damian Lillard's buzzer-beating three-pointer over Paul George in the 2019 playoffs is one of the most iconic moments in NBA history.
Lillard, long-range three, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me?
The shot not only eliminated the Oklahoma City Thunder, but also sparked a bitter rivalry. George dismissed the shot in a post-game interview, calling it a bad shot, which Lillard countered by saying it was a move he practiced regularly. The feud escalated during a rematch in 2020 when Lillard missed 2 critical free throws. Patrick Beverley and Paul George seized the moment to taunt him, mocking his Dame Time celebration and waving goodbye, echoing Lillard's earlier taunt after his playoff heroics. Lillard responded by calling out George for his habit of switching teams in pursuit of championships. The rivalry spilled onto social media, where fans took sides, and even Lillard's sister joined the fray, clashing with George's wife in a heated exchange. This feud highlighted how NBA rivalries can transcend the game, becoming deeply personal. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus LeBron James, the scoring record rivalry. For nearly 40 years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar held the NBA's all-time scoring record, a testament to his unparalleled dominance. However, as LeBron James approached the milestone, tensions grew between the two legends. Kareem's criticisms of LeBron began well before the record was broken. From LeBron's Big Balls Dance celebration to his social media posts about COVID-19, Kareem called out actions he deemed immature or irresponsible.
LeBron was fined $15,000 for doing a big balls dance after the Lakers win over the Pistons. For me, winning is enough. Why do you need to do a stupid, childish dance and disrespect the other team on the court? It doesn't make sense. Goats don't dance.
This led many to believe that Kareem was growing increasingly uncomfortable with LeBron's ascent. In February 2023, LeBron surpassed Kareem's record in a game attended by Kareem himself. Although Kareem publicly congratulated LeBron, his expressions during the game revealed visible discomfort. The moment marked a symbolic passing of the torch, but underscored the complex emotions that come with watching one's legacy be eclipsed. Paul Pierce versus Dwyane Wade, a debate over legacy. Paul Pierce and Dwyane Wade were rivals on the court with their teams, the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat, clashing in high-stakes playoff battles. However, the rivalry took a dramatic turn years later when Pierce claimed that his career was better than Wade's.
Tail of the tape, both NBA Finals MVP. You have him in career points. He's got more playoff points. You are a more clutch shooter overall. He's got more playoff points. Paul, riddle me this. Who's the better NBA player?
That's easy. I can say that off the bat. That's me. If you give me Shaq, if you give me LeBron,
They did. Called the big three.
Yeah, we got that late, but like early in my career.
I mean, what are you doing right now?
If you give me these guys early in my career.
Pierce's comments, made during his tenure as a TV analyst, sparked immediate backlash. Fans and analysts quickly pointed out Wade's 3 championships compared to Pierce's 1, as well as Wade's superior All-NBA selections and other accolades. Even Wade's wife, Gabrielle Union, joined the debate, dismissing Pierce's claims as delusional. Wade, ever the calm competitor, responded with humor, saying, "Rent is expensive, but I'm living rent-free in Paul's head." Pierce's attempt to elevate his legacy only underscored the gap between the two, cementing Wade's place as the superior player in the eyes of many. This rivalry, fueled by pride and public opinion, serves as a reminder of the enduring debates over NBA greatness. Shaquille O'Neal versus Kobe Bryant, teammates turned adversaries. The partnership between Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant brought the Los Angeles Lakers 3 consecutive championships from 2000 to 2002. But behind the scenes, their relationship was anything but harmonious. The feud between Shaq and Kobe was fueled by their contrasting personalities and leadership styles. Shaq, the dominant and charismatic big man, often clashed with Kobe, the fiercely competitive young star. Their disagreements ranged from on-court dynamics, like shot selection, to personal criticisms. Kobe accused Shaq of being out of shape and lacking dedication, while Shaq criticized Kobe's perceived selfishness and reluctance to share the spotlight. The tension came to a head during the 2003-2004 season, with public spats dominating headlines. The feud ultimately led to Shaq's trade to the Miami Heat in 2004, marking the end of one of the most dominant partnerships in NBA history. Despite the animosity during their playing days, Shaq and Kobe eventually reconciled later in life, offering fans a rare glimpse of resolution in a rivalry that defined an era. Charles Barkley versus Draymond Green, generational warfare. Some rivalries transcend the court and become a battle of generations. Such is the case with Charles Barkley and Draymond Green. Barkley, a Hall of Famer known for his outspoken personality, frequently criticized Green's role in the modern NBA, claiming that Green wouldn't have thrived in the physical, competitive era of the 1980s and 1990s. Green, a three-time NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors, fired back, arguing that Barkley's lack of championships undermined his critiques. "Barkley needs me to keep his name relevant," Green quipped during one heated exchange. The back-and-forth insults became a recurring spectacle, with Barkley calling Green the least important member of a boy band, and Green responding with sharp retorts. While the feud is largely playful, it reflects a broader tension between NBA legends of the past and stars of the present, highlighting the evolving nature of the game. Basketball rivalries are a unique blend of competition, ego, and personal pride. They remind us that the NBA isn't just about the game, it's about the stories that unfold behind the scenes. From teammates turned adversaries to generational clashes, these feuds have shaped the league's history, leaving fans with unforgettable moments. The drama, the intensity, and the personalities are what make basketball more than a sport. It's a spectacle of human ambition and rivalry,